Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Maya Mia Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Now, if you watched my video a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I did a review on a palette called the Amrezi palette. The Amrezi palette is pretty much just a palette from the Instagram personality of Amira and whatever her name is. I really don't know. All I know is that her Instagram name is Amrezi, and she is a makeup artist, and she posts a shit ton of selfies, and therefore now she has a palette. Just like her, Maya Mia is a YouTube makeup artist from Africa. And her palette really reflects that because you have a lot of pretty things. You got some zebra print going on. It's actually quite nice. Now these 10 shades are supposed to coordinate flawlessly for a refreshing neutral hues with 2 pops of color to create the ideal palette for summertime looks. Now this was released towards the end of summer. I would have liked to see this at the beginning of summer to really embrace summer, but maybe it's just becoming summer in Africa. I don't know. That's terrible, isn't it? I should know my geography much better. So let's take a look at the actual palette itself. Now the palette is set up in the same way that Amrezi is, and it comes with a brush that's dual-ended, I guess, for crease and blending. Now the shades are very similar to Amrezi, and we have a few repeat shades. I believe Sienna is a repeat, and maybe just Sienna and Caramel. I think Warm Taupe too. I think Vanilla. I think there's a lot of repeats in there. I'm going to be doing a video really soon where I'm going to be comparing all 3 palettes, the Tamana, this one, and Amrezi all together. So if you have any questions on that, just hold them for a little bit. I promise I'm going to have a whole comparison Swatch Fest video shortly. So as you can see, we have a lot of very neutral shades here. This is not really a pop of color palette except for the 2 shades of Aqua and Fresh Peach and maybe Golden Bar. The rest is pretty much just common shades we've seen before, even in the Amrezi palette. Now Mia tends to do a lot of looks with brighter colors, so I can see why. Now unlike the Amrezi palette, this included a little cards that show you how to do looks, and I actually appreciate that because some people, they follow these beauty gurus on Instagram and they might not know how to necessarily create their looks. They want to be able to get this look, for example. Now I'm a strong advocate against Photoshop and editing of your photos, because if you're not walking out of your house and this is actually what your eye looks, don't project that on people. Now even though these photos are, you know, highly photoshopped. Let's be real, people. Let's be real. These pictures are highly photoshopped. She has talent, yes, and I like that she gives us a step-by-step on how to create the looks and what colors to use and what colors to expect. I do like that, but I don't want you guys to be sitting at home upset if your eyes don't look like exactly this, because like I said, there is a degree to which these are photoshopped. But it's great if you want to really start to learn how to do different looks with your eyes. So let's swatch this up. Now I'm going to start with the top row, and then I'm going to go to the next row. So the first shade is Nude, and this is a great base color for the lid. Next up is Deep Brown, and this is a nice smoky color that could be great for the outer V. Next up is Sienna, and this is the perfect crease shade for a warm eye look. Next up is Taupe. Now this shade wasn't initially pigmented. It did need a little bit of layers. Using a brush brings out the pigmentation more, but definitely needed a little bit of work. It's kind of frustrating. Next up we have Vanilla, and Vanilla is also a great highlight shade and works well for a lighter look. Now we get into a pop of color with Aqua. Aqua is a nice bright blue, very pigmented, not too chalky. Next up we have Fresh Peach, which is a nice neutral peach shade. Next up we have Glisten, which is perfect for using in the center of the lid for a nice highlighted look, but also works well on the under the lower lash line and in the corner of the eye. Next up is Caramel. Now Caramel is a nice warmed medium brown shade that also works well in the crease. And last up is Gold Bar, a really nice gold metallic shade which really helps keep the palette just a bright palette. So overall, I found that these shades were harder to work with and a bit more chalky and underpigmented than the Amrezi palette, and it's kind of weird because we have the same shade. So I don't know why there was such a quality discrepancy. They apply much better with a brush, by the way, and they have the same blending power and long-lasting effects as the Emerald palette. Like, I experienced that I could wear these without a primer, and they lasted all day. The blending kept, and minimal fading even after 6 hours. I just found that they felt a little bit under quality from the Emerald palette, and I'm not too sure why. They were just a little bit chalky. Anyway, guys, what did you think about the Maya Mia palette? Did you guys pick it up, or do you feel like it's a little bit overrated because, you know, these are Instagram gurus? Let me know what you guys think. Please enjoy the picture swatches, and if you'd like to, I'm going to try to do some looks with these for my Instagram. So if you'd like to check out my Instagram, I should have some looks up soon. I've been a little bit swamped lately with different eyeshadows that I haven't been able to create all the looks that I wanted to, but I'm going to try to have those looks up soon, so please keep an eye out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my fashion blog, enjoy the picture swatches, follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.